Of course, you got Mangala, so you know we've covered there. But it's nice to see Vinny back and fit and in and around the team, because he's just a massive influence in the starting 11, isn't he? It's just his presence, his leadership. Apart from his qualities as a footballer, he's just different class.
Exactly, and other news emanating out of defence is a new contract, of course, for the General. For Nicholas Otamendi. Great news as well.
Fully deserved. I mean, he's been outstanding this season, hasn't he? Last season, I mean, he was great last season, apart from one or two rash incidents, you know, where he's that brave and aggressive, you know. Sometimes he just dives in a bit too quickly and early sometimes, where he seems to iron that out of his system. He's learned from those mistakes, and he's absolutely been outstanding. I think his stats on his passing is like incredible, up there with the top players. So apart from his defensive capabilities, he's contributing a lot going forward as well, and of course he's scoring goals.
Absolutely. Well, you just took the words out of my mouth.
Did I?
Yeah, you certainly did. You know, he can also score, which we've seen a few times this season, and actually what's interesting is he is becoming one of the senior members of that defence. You know, when you've got...
Like you think of him now as more experienced, don't you?
Exactly.
One of the, well, I suppose if you look at the rest of the defence, well, apart from Kyle Walker, the rest are young, aren't they?
Exactly.
Really?
From the off.
Very few. I mean, Newcastle really. At home, for me, were an embarrassment. They were the home side, and they spent the majority of the time in their last third. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
But it just shows you it's 11 versus 11. If you can put players under pressure, it makes it very difficult to play. Even people like your Silvers and De Bruyne, you know, if people are constantly putting them under pressure all the time, it makes it very difficult. Having said that, it's also very difficult to do it for 90 minutes.
Yeah. I spoke to Paul Dickov the other day as well, and he was saying at Anfield, when you come out of that tunnel, the noise of the cup, because it's such a tight stadium, he said it's an incredible atmosphere, and as you say, when they get onto you straight away, you know, they can do some damage like they did last week.
Yeah, I mean, coming out to Liverpool for the home team, it's an incredible boost and a great lift. It's fantastic noise and atmosphere, like you say. And they put us under pressure. They didn't allow us to play that much through Edison, and once or twice when we tried to do, we made a couple of mistakes, and they capitalised on it. If I was an opposition manager playing against Manchester City, that for me is the only way you can play against them. I mean, we'll still create chances and get opportunities, but at least have a go, because people that are coming to park in the buzz are still losing anyway. Are they just trying to keep down an embarrassing scoreline or what? But the only way that really can put us under pressure is to put us under pressure, starting at the back.
Yep. Massive positives though, Chappie, I think, to be taken from that game. After going 4-1 down, the energy, the grit and the growl to come back, to keep fighting, score 2 more goals and make it a very, very nervy...
Could have won the game another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, it was remarkable. Just keep going to the end.
Yeah.
That's the City motto, isn't it? And they've shown it all season. I've lost count of the number of goals they've scored late on.
Yeah.
In 90-plus minutes, the number of goals they've scored late on. So they do keep going till the end. Just keep playing the same way, that brilliant 1-2 touch football and great runners off the ball, and it's just an amazing to watch. I wouldn't... People say they're relieved that we have lost a game. I can see that point. I mean, that's off our back now, isn't it? So let's just concentrate on getting back to how we've played for every game of the season, and I'm sure today will be no exception. We will create chances, and let's hope we can score early doors and settle everything down. Absolutely.
I think that early goal is always the key, isn't it? Chappie, as you say, let's get the attention focused